Welcome back to Movie Moshow. Today we are going to review the science fiction adventure film, After Earth. If you like our content, don't forget to like and subscribe. We post multiple times daily. Spoilers ahead. An environmental catastrophe drives humanity to leave Earth in the not-too-distant future and travel outside the solar system in quest of a new home. The migration comes to a stop as humanity colonizes Nova Prime, a brand new, uninhabited world. 1,000 years later, the Skrell, an alien race who sought to conquer Nova Prime, clash with the Ranger Corps, a peacekeeping group led by General Cypher Rage, Will Smith. The Ursas, enormous predatory monsters that prey by sensing fear, are their secret weapon. The Rangers fight the Ursas until Cypher masters the ghosting method of entirely suppressing his fear. He then guides the Ranger Corps to victory after imparting this knowledge to the other Rangers. When an Ursa kills Senshi, Zoe Kravitz, the son of Cypher, Katai Rage, Jaden Smith, he holds himself responsible. Katai works hard to become a ranger like Cypher because he doesn't want to disappoint his father again as a result of her passing. Due to his recklessness, Cypher rejects his application for the Ranger Corps, and he is seen as a disappointment by Cypher. Faya, Katai's mother, persuades Cypher to accompany Katai on his final journey before retiring, Sophie Okanedo. Father and son begin to get along on the journey after being forced together by the assignment. However, an asteroid shower catches their spacecraft, forcing them to crash land on Earth, which is now a Class 1 quarantine planet. The primary emergency beacon has been harmed, and Cypher's legs are broken on both sides. Cypher gives Katai the task of locating the ship's broken-off tail part, which was during the ship's descent to the Earth. The backup beacon is inside, and they can use it to contact Nova Prime. Since human lungs can no longer withstand Earth's air, Katai is given Cypher's ranger weapon, a wrist communicator, and 6 oxygen capsules so he can breathe. He is cautioned by Cypher to stay away from the wildlife and vegetation, which have changed since humans departed, and to take care around the planet's thermal fluctuations. Cypher uses the communicator to direct Katai as he sets out to locate the tail part. Soon after defying Cypher's orders to flee, Katai is ambushed by enormous baboons and ultimately is bitten by a nasty leech. Even though Katai administers an antidote effectively, 2 of his oxygen capsules are broken, and his neurological system goes into hours-long shutdown. When Katai awakens, he barely avoids one of the planet's thermal shifts, and when he sees that his capsules are broken, he tells Cypher a falsehood. That evening, Katai hears Cypher tell him a tale about being attacked by an Ursa and coming to the realization that fear is only an illusion brought on by one's thoughts of the future. As a result, he started to ghost himself away from the Ursas and made the decision to live rather than allow his enemies, fear and the Ursas, to determine his fate. Katai arrives at a mountaintop the following day, when Cypher finds out about Katai's damaged oxygen capsules. Ordering Katai to terminate the trip after determining that he won't have enough air. Katai believes Cypher, who was absent from Nova Prime the day they were attacked, is too responsible for Senshi's passing because he thinks his father still views him as a disappointment. In an effort to disprove his father, Katai jumps from a peak but is subsequently caught by a large condor, which destroys his forearm/wrist communicator. Katai, who the condor likes, is compelled to leave when lions threaten the nest of the condor. He continues his journey while using a makeshift raft, while Katai dreams of his sister. Senshi reassures him that Cypher's resentment is only his own anger at himself for failing to save her. When Katai awakens, he is startled by a second temperature change, loses Cypher's weapon, and is on the verge of dying from hypothermia. Fortunately, the condor saves Katai by giving its life to save him. When Katai reaches the tail portion, he retrieves more oxygen capsules, a communicator, a weapon, and an emergency beacon. Only Cypher can hear and see Katai through the communicator. Katai is unable to hear him. When Katai learns that the spacecraft was transporting an Ursa that was intended to teach the cadets how to ghost themselves, she is astonished. The remaining crew members were murdered when the beast escaped during the accident. Cypher understands that Katai needs to go to higher ground when the emergency beacon fails to activate because the atmosphere is obstructing the signal. Injured by the Ursa, Katai is ambushed as he travels to a nearby volcano where he can deploy the beacon. Nevertheless, Katai is able to restrain his anxiety and ghost himself from the Ursa long enough to kill it with his weapon by recalling both Cypher's instructions, which include concentrating on the present rather than the end result, and the words of inspiration Senshi uttered in his dream. As soon as Katai sends out the signal, a rescue mission shows there to bring the group back to Nova Prime. As Cypher heals from his wounds, he commends Katai for his courage. Thank you for watching and don't forget to like and subscribe.